So it recently occurred to me that the general public has no accurate concept of how much YouTubers make.
What's the most you've generated in a month from your YouTube channel?
25.
Like 40,000?
245,000.
I think I did a meal once. Wow.
And also keep in mind that not all YouTubers make these giant amounts.
This video has made me that much money, assuming YouTube hasn't changed their layout since I posted this video. This money will be a combination of my 55% revenue share I get from YouTube's AdSense system as a member of their partner program, and the money I will get from the very brave company that I somehow convinced to sponsor today's video. If you are part of the roughly 30% of people that watch my new videos in the first day they are uploaded, then firstly, thank you. But you might also notice that the number down there is negative, and that's because I have also decided to include how much it costs me to make these videos. I've done this for two reasons. The first is because I thought you might find it interesting, especially if you have ever aspired to start a YouTube channel of your own. I've also done it to highlight a big problem that I think is worth talking about. Monetization drastically affects what you spend your time watching here on YouTube without you even realizing it. If you aren't watching on the first day this video goes live, then the title was, "This video has made me negative $953.56, because that's how much I spend all in on making the video you are watching right now.
Well, what can I say?
That might surprise you. After all, most of my videos are made from edited movie scenes and stock clips. Compared to some of the things you watch on YouTube, I don't need to give piles of cash away, film in exotic locations, or get a new car every other week. But I still employ an editor who I want to pay very well for the work he does in making the videos come to life. And on top of that, there are licenses for the software applications I use, as well as licenses for other mundane things such as cloud storage drive, email servers, and accounting software. The barriers to entry for a YouTube channel like mine are very low, but they are rising, especially if you want to stand out in an ever more competitive landscape of high-budget content. And this is causing perhaps one of the biggest problems on the platform. And no, I'm not talking about people saying naughty things are getting their channels demonetized.
Really? What the dude? You're just mad because your girlfriend's with us.
I'm talking about something that greatly impacts the way you consume hours of videos every week. So it's time to learn how money works to get a totally transparent insight on my own little YouTube business. This week's lesson was made possible by Ground News, and I couldn't possibly think of a more appropriate sponsor for this video because their business is about making media you consume as transparent as possible. Want proof of that? They are paying me $10 for every 1,000 views I get on this video. Understanding the biases, political leanings, and funding sources of the news that you consume is crucial for making sure that you have the best possible idea of what is really going on. Ground News brings together news stories from multiple outlets and gives you a visual breakdown of who is reporting on it and where the outlet falls on the political spectrum. I use Ground News to get a better idea of my own reading habits. It lets me know if I'm falling into the algorithmic rabbit hole of news stories telling me what I want to hear instead of what I need to know. Their platform has radically changed the way I build a picture of world events, and I don't think I could ever go back to reading whatever headline was just the most attention-grabbing. Go to ground.news/howmoneyworks to try Ground News for free, or subscribe to get access to all the features you see here, and support a small team of independent media outsiders working to make news and this video more transparent. For most of my videos, that sponsor segment will be most of my income. I work with a sponsor manager who works with sponsor agencies, who then work directly with companies on big ad campaigns across multiple channels. I make a good amount of money from these because I have worked so hard to grow a loyal audience that I have some level of trust with. So not only are these sponsors getting their message in front of a few 100,000 viewers, they are also indirectly getting my stamp of approval because I don't work with companies that I don't personally believe in. And trust me when I say, there are plenty of NFTs and crypto companies that have tried. But no matter how much I get paid for this, YouTube, the company hosting the video and giving me the platform that I need to reach my viewers, gets nothing. I know it's not the fashion to defend giant tech companies, and a big reason that sponsorships have become so popular with creators is precisely because YouTube and other platforms have no way of intervening in the process. But this does seem kind of unfair, doesn't it? Linus Tech Tips did a great video on the parabolic costs involved in storing and hosting as much video content as YouTube. A company like Netflix that only hosts the content it chooses and only streams to people that directly pay it money through a subscription still struggles to turn a profit. So the fact that YouTube is still around at all is kind of a miracle that we take for granted.
The point is that even if only 10% of video uploads transitioned to 4K per year over the next few years, YouTube would need to find some way to grow their revenue, or they could risk becoming non-viable.
Of course, this is thanks to the other way that I and most other YouTubers on this platform make money, the YouTube Partner Program. Any channel with over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of total video watch time outside of YouTube Shorts content can apply to join the YouTube Partner Program, which is an agreement to split revenue between the advertisers you see before, after, and during videos, as well as the banner ads you see around the YouTube Watch page. Most people in the Partner Program have the same generic agreement where they keep 55% of the revenue generated from their videos and YouTube keeps the other 45%. It might be different for larger creators that have individualized agreements with YouTube, but I wasn't able to find any direct evidence of this in my research. That sounds very generous, but YouTube doesn't do this for charity.
Listen, before you ring me up, I just want to let you know I'm not going to be giving extra money to charity, so can we just skip that part?
The platform needs full-time creators to make content that keeps people engaged for long enough for those ads to get into the viewer's head. The robust and easy-to-use monetization system that YouTube has set up makes it very attractive to creators wanting to build a following on the site, but also to established figures and companies that already have a following and want an extra way to monetize it. Examples include Twitch streamers posting highlights onto their YouTube channels, and even television programs making entire episodes free to watch on YouTube. Securing creators with a large, consistent advertiser-friendly audience is vital to YouTube because a vast majority of videos on the platform lose them money. Every minute, over 500 hours worth of content is uploaded to YouTube, and that is terabytes of data that need to be stored every minute. YouTube does have sophisticated processes to condense video files, but it's not magic. The files also need to be replicated onto dozens of data centers around the world, so that when you click as a viewer on a video, you can start to enjoy it without having to wait for that information to be sent through undersea cables from wherever it was stored. Filling up multiple hard drives every minute is not cheap, and most of the stuff they are storing will never make them their money back. The average video on YouTube gets about 1,000 views in total over its entire lifetime. YouTube now runs ads on all of these videos whether you are part of the YouTube Partner Program or not. And based off my own analytics between my channels, 1,000 views will gross the site about $4. $4 will not pay for the disk space that the video takes up in the data centers around the world, and that's ignoring all the other overheads that go into running the world's largest video site. It's also ignoring that the average of 1,000 views is heavily skewed by the 0.1% of video creators that get millions of views. YouTube loses a lot of money on most videos, but everybody is still welcome to upload because the top creators make up this loss and then some. Without big budget creators, the free video sharing platform just wouldn't be viable. Mr. Beast, one of the largest creators on the platform, says that all of the revenue he gets from his videos gets put back into making more videos.
I just want to make the best videos on the planet.
And the point of this video was to show that even on a much more modest scale, making videos is not easy and it can get expensive very quickly.
Making money, spending money, to making money, losing money.
Yeah, on some videos.
On some
and then
videos,
other videos
right?
have to make money to make up for it.
My channel is one of the channels that would be a net moneymaker for YouTube, but it took a while to get there. And to be 100% transparent with all of you watching, if YouTube didn't share their ad revenue with me, I would have given up making videos long before this channel was big enough to arrange direct sponsorships. I know most YouTubers only ever talk about how they just love making videos and they would happily do it for free if they could. But even if that were true, most of them wouldn't be willing to lose money on making their videos, and this rarely acknowledged fact is significantly changing the content that you watch here on the internet. Certain niches are monetized much more heavily than others. Business, finance, cars, and technology are very attractive subjects to certain advertisers because an audience that is interested in computers is also likely to be interested in the latest video games and pieces of technology. An audience that is interested in business is also more likely to be interested in starting or running their own business, trading in financial markets, and making the most out of their financial products like credit cards. Advertisers pay a lot more to hit these demographics, which means that the YouTubers, including myself, who would make videos about these topics, make more money than YouTubers who make videos about other topics. As they make more money, they can afford to produce more videos with higher production quality, which means you are probably watching a disproportionately represented share of content from higher paying niches. To be clear, YouTube is not intentionally pushing more heavily monetized content. It's just creators can afford to make more of the more heavily monetized content. Someone could do YouTube full-time by running a finance channel that gets 100,000 views a week, but there isn't a chance they could do the same with similar views on a science, history, or gaming channel. This means that mid-level creators in these fields need to keep their day jobs, which is a recipe for burnout if they are also trying to make videos without being able to hire outside help. The net result is simply less of these videos get made. This feedback loop makes sense and has always been a suspicion, but this link is hard to prove without reliable data. But luckily, YouTube perhaps unwittingly gave everyone access to the required data last year with the rollout of hashtags on videos. When you apply a hashtag to a video, you get a drop-down of suggestions with the number of videos and the number of channels that have used that hashtag. Hashtag travel, for example, has 3.3 million videos produced by 814,000 channels. So let's compare heavily monetized content with content that is harder to monetize. I have How Money Works and How History Works, and I can tell you that my history channel earns significantly less per view than my channel about business and personal finance. So let's test the theory with these subjects. Hashtag History has about 915,000 videos made by 210,000 channels, and Hashtag Personal Finance has about 74,000 videos made by 10,000 channels. At first glance, this looks to disprove my theory. But wait, a quick Google Trends query reveals that people search for history at 80 to 90 times the rate they search for personal finance. So proportionally, personal finance is an order of magnitude overrepresented on YouTube, before even considering that history is naturally better suited to video and personal finance is more at home on websites displaying pertinent information. Something even more revealing is the channels to video ratio. Hashtag History has 915,000 videos made by 210,000 channels, which means that each channel in this genre makes 4.4 videos on average. Hashtag Personal Finance has 74,000 videos made by 10,000 channels, which means that each channel is making 7.4 videos on average, almost double that of History. Similar comparisons with different hashtags in Google Trend results yield similar results, but I would encourage you look at the data for yourself because it's free and easy to access. Every one of the videos on my history-focused channel loses money, and I am only able to keep it going by funneling money from this channel into that one. I hope that one day it will be profitable. But it's very easy to see why subjects that really deserve more videos just can't keep up with the torrent of videos from the more lucrative niches. And as long as Google makes it possible for advertisers to hyper-target their ads on specific audiences, that is not going to change. It's really my own fault anyway. I give my videos titles like Colonialism Wasn't Profitable. If ever there was a video to scare advertisers, it would be this one. But you should go and watch it anyway. A special thanks again to Ground News for making it possible for everybody to keep on learning how money works.
Oh, here he goes with the ego again. Who crowned you the top internet star?
I did, when I became bigger than all you bitches.
Oh, please. Laughing Baby had 4 times as many views as you.